Hey guys, SBC Orlando 2012 here. So, I am proud to say that we have hit over 30 subscribers. We have about 31 on the channel. It took about a year. But I just want to say thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Sorry guys, I woke up not too long ago, so yeah, I just decided to wake up and immediately go straight to filming this video. But all right, give me a second, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. I just had to, drink a Gatorade. But anyways, let's go ahead and siren test the first weather radio. Let's go straight into it. Now I have 12 weather radios, by the way. Only 7 of them can be alert tested. We're gonna go through all of them. Don't worry, all the weather radios will have a chance to be on camera. So the first weather radio here is going to be the 12254. 12254, really simple handheld weather radio. You have the little strap, so you can hold it without dropping it. You can hold it without dropping it, and it has some pretty good signal quality considering the fact this thing came out in 1999, I believe. But maybe it's because I live like literally less than 10 miles from the transmitter. But anyways, let's go ahead siren test it. So the siren test the 093, seriously, the 12254. You turn off the weather radio. Open the keypad here. Go ahead, press and hold the weather button. Turn on the weather radio. Then it'll it'll say test mode on it. Then you press 8. And for those who are wondering, that is the required beacon test tone. I can't get the warning tone to play. Maybe because the test tone, I mean, that's the only test we can really do on the weather radio. And to enter back normal mode, is turn the radio off and on again. But yeah, other than that, easily programmable, easily programmable. Just flick the switch up to here. Set it up. It's already set up though. But yeah, other than that, get weather radio. Managed to get this one for pretty sure under $20. So it's a steal for this radio. Next radio coming up is the Radio Shack 12259, aka my favorite weather radio in the collection. My favorite handheld, even though I only have 3. It's my favorite handheld radio. It's because these 2 buttons up here, travel and home button. If you don't know, which most people know, which most EAS enthusiasts know, because they most likely have an HH54 VP sitting somewhere in their home. But for those who don't have that radio and those who don't know what the travel home button is, essentially, let's say I'm going to freaking Miami. If I press this button, the radio will go into travel mode. It'll go into travel mode, and essentially what that means is that wherever you go, the radio will lock on to the strongest signal. So, if I was to go to Miami, I would get the Miami NOAA weather radio station. If I was to go to Tampa, I'd get the Tampa radio station. If I was to go all the way to New York, I would get the New York radio station. And then you can just put it back on home mode by just pressing and holding the button again. But nonetheless, go ahead and do the siren test, which um, really easy, just like 093, which is what we'll get into later on. Where you just press up or down. That's all you do. You just press the up or down arrows to activate the test. Other than that, if you can get your hands on this radio, if you see this radio sitting around on eBay, I recommend you get it because this is by far one of the best weather radios I have in my collection out of the 12, actually. Next up is a radio I got sometime. Next up is a weather radio I got in late September. It's the Accurite. Accurite 8550 actually. Now this radio, quick story. Um, I don't have the charging cradle for this radio because this radio is cheaper because I didn't have the it didn't come with the AC adapter. It was just a radio only. This is actually supposed to be a replacement unit for the weather station, which I actually saw a weather station on eBay, but it's like $50. So it's gonna take a while to get enough allowance money for that. Well, really, maybe not that much because mom gives me $30 a week, but maybe like 2 weeks to get the weather station so I can actually get the adapter for this thing. But yeah, I have to treat it like the 254, where I have to get batteries for this radio every week. Other than that, the radio's gonna, the battery's gonna begin draining, and then I don't have to buy new batteries. But this radio does not have a siren test available, unfortunately. As a matter of fact, whenever the radio receives a warning, let's say a simple 60 miles per hour wind gust, severe thunderstorm warning, it will blast the alert tone at the maximum volume. And I get it. Accurate, they want people to know that there's a severe thunderstorm coming their way. But like it just blasts up to the loudest volume. And it's actually kind of like my 093 and my Zone Guard will go off for pretty much anything, no matter if I have the SAME code on it or not. Am I mad about it? No, not really. But just as a substitute test was show you guys the speaker quality.
Northern Brevard Barrier Islands, mainland Southern Brevard and Southern Brevard Barrier Islands counties. When for the high rip current risk through late Saturday night.
Rip current statement. But yeah, that's the Accurate 8550. Now we're gonna go ahead and get to our first desktop radios. This radio right here, the Radio Shack 093, 12093. This is the last desktop for the radio I got in a while. But essentially it's literally just like the 12259 over there. You press the up or down arrows, do a siren test, or just really change the siren volume. This radio right here. It's one of the It's the only radio I have in my collection that doesn't have SAME codes, which means this thing will go off for any alert, all alerts. So yeah, it's the only weather radio I have in my room like that because all of them I have set for Orange County. But yeah, 093. That was short. Now, quick story before I actually go on to the next weather radio. When I had this weather radio, um, the seller for some odd reason decided to give me a freaking car plug for the radio, And I was like, what the fudge? So I had to sacrifice the Max Digital's AC adapter because what happened is that the AC adapter, not AC adapter, no, what happened is because I touched the Max Digital's antenna. I touched the antenna, the radio bugged out, it in the siren and the voice tone, it faded away. So I had to throw it in the out of service box and give this radio that adapter. And then not too long ago, that adapter broke. So I had to get this other one right there for this radio. Although that adapter causes um, crap load of static, but if I have the radio in the right spot, um, radio will be able to receive alerts. It managed to receive an FFW a couple of nights ago. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next one, which is none other than my Radio Shack 12250. This radio came in a UPS boxes, and boy, UPS boxes can be weird. That's all I'm gonna say because tell me why the seller shipped this thing in a freaking cereal box. Not even a cereal box, a Jolly Rancher box. I don't know why the seller shipped it in that box, but maybe it was the only box they had. But with UPS boxes, you don't have to have like a you, Lord, you don't have to have a branded box to ship the radio. No, you can put it in anything. I could honestly slap this radio in my WX150 box right now and ship it without UPS getting mad at all. I can throw all my weather radios in this freaking MacBook box and be able to ship it. But enough ranting about UPS packages. Go ahead and alert test this radio. Pretty much what you guys are all here for, not the app. So to alert test this radio, it's pretty simple. All you do, just like the Radio Shack, it's just like the Radio Shack 12254, except you don't press and hold the weather button. You press and hold the off button. And just like the 12254, it's going to say test mode, except all the LEDs will light up. This is the second weather radio I have in my collection with a green statement light. And all you have to do is just press the alert button. Um, but yeah, that's all you have to do. You just have to turn off the radio, press and hold the off button, and press the alert button. Um, Really similar to a Radio Shack 12254. In fact, the 12254 is literally a freaking Radio Shack 12250, except smaller and without the cool LEDs. But we're going to put it back on normal mode here. Moving on to the next weather radio in the collection, which is the Recom R1650. I don't know why the fudge this thing says recheck setup, because KI63 is not down.
Rain 30% tonight.
Like, this thing's on crack right now. I don't know the frick you mean. I have the county code. I don't know what this thing is on about. But anyways, Recom R1650. Now, this is my favorite. This is my favorite desktop weather radio. As a matter of fact, for a good little period of time, I had this radio as my main alarm radio. This is my weekend alarm, and this is my school alarm. Um, but yeah, this is my favorite desktop weather radio in the collection. I got it in March, and the crazy thing is, about like less than 2 weeks of me purchasing this thing, I managed to catch a freaking tornado warning on this thing. Though I didn't get it on film, and I also had to reset the radio. The only thing that's been received so far is this one SVR from late September. That was you can actually no, I didn't make a video on it unfortunately. This is from a squall line that we had a couple of weeks ago, and then just some RWTs. The October 1st RWT being successful. Um, but why wasn't the other RWT successful? I don't know what's going on with Recon. But maybe that's why it says recheck setup because it missed the test. But, you're fine, radio. Stop crying. Suck it up. Wednesday is in the next couple of days. But go ahead, press and hold menu. Go on to Siren Test. This thing's gonna be loud as crap. I'm just going to put my hand over the speaker here. You just press enter. Warning siren. This is a watch siren. This is the advisory siren. And this is the test tone or beep tone. It's kind of good that this radio actually makes it so the advisory tone is in play for like an RWT, which I have disabled because I don't want mom coming in here and unplugging all my weather radios because she crashes out at them. And I get why. Not all my weather radios, I made it so they're required to get tested and trigger the siren on most of them. Although the Zone Guard and the Accurate just don't want to listen. Though I can just simply turn off alert.weatherband on Wednesday for the Zone Guard and put this radio on silent on the Accurate on Wednesdays too. But anyways, enough yapping about the other weather radios. Next weather radio in the collection is the one I just mentioned. And that radio is but wait, hold on real quick, guys. Anyway, guys, the next weather radio in the collection is the Zone Guard. And the reason why I'm not bringing this to mom's desk is because this radio has a stupid defect with the freaking AC adapter, where if I move the radio in the slightest, the darn thing will freaking lose connection. Just like the Recom, this also has AM FM, which is not something I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna play the AM FM because I'm not gonna get copyrighted by YouTube, which is the prime reason why I had to delete the Recom unboxing video, because I accidentally listened to FM songs. But anyways, just like the Accurate, this radio does not have a siren test, unfortunately. But just like I did with the Accurate, we are just going to show you guys the quality of the speaker in the reception.
Intracoastal waters. Tuesday night, northeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 4 feet.
And there is a bit of interference there. Just like this one, which is probably why you say recheck setup because of this.
Occasionally to 6 feet. A moderate chop.
Maybe I have to relocate this thing because it keeps saying that and I don't want to fail tests. But keep in mind that BS is not gonna go away until Wednesday. It's gonna keep saying that. Well, finally it goes off, but like still. Anyways, next weather radio in the collection we have here is the WR120. Also, another candidate for the loudest siren in the room besides this freaking radio. Second weather radio I got for this one, the WR100, which is the first weather radio I ever got. But we're gonna go ahead and siren test this thing. Just press menu and scroll to alert test it. Just go ahead and block this so it doesn't disturb mom and go in the bathroom. And gonna go ahead and press select. And the DSP, which is the newest W120 model, actually allows you to edit the Siren volume, which I think is nice. And also another reason why I really, really want the DSP is because you can set up port like the section of the county you live in. For example, Orange County. I live in southwestern Orange County. I really want a DSP, and once I do get the DSP, I might have it with this weather radio. Or I might give this W120, which I got in a clamshell, to mom in there. Next weather radio up in the collection though is W100, the first weather radio I ever got in the collection. You can find the unboxing in my earlier YouTube videos. First weather radio in the collection, first SVR received. It was in Dumas, Arkansas, which is where I stayed with my auntie. You can see the warning watch and advisory lights. Overall, good weather radio. Go ahead and press the menu button and scroll down to alert alert test. And go ahead and block this one. Yeah, siren tests on the W100. I love this weather radio. Fun, crazy thing is, so if you guys don't know, I bought two other W100s, and essentially what happened is that I bought those weather radios, and they both had dead tuners. If you don't know, it is extremely hard and rare to actually get a version 5 that doesn't have a freaking tuner that dies out within the first week of purchasing it. Um, I was just really lucky when I got this thing from Mercari, but yeah, it's pretty stinking hard to get a W100 version 5 that doesn't have a freaking tuner that dies out every like under a freaking week of use. But enough ranting about the dead tuner situation in the W100. Let's move on to an old guy. It's back to 1999. It's the Midland 74200. Right here. One thing I think sucks about this radio though is because of its loud, obnoxious beeps. Like, what the heck? Why is it so loud? And the worst thing about this radio is that when you're setting it up, if you make a mistake, you have to press and hold these buttons until and unlike the other weather radios where it silences the beeps when you press and hold it, this radio just keeps beeping. It's obnoxious. After a while, it gets on your nerves. This radio, it can be put into like a test mode. Um, it's really not worth showing you guys. It's literally just do do do, and then just a bunch of static. So like, it does show all the it does show all the lights, freaking traffic lights here. Statement, watch and warning, second weather radio collection with the statement light. But the radio test mode on. Huh? Uh, oh, sorry guys, I'm tired. But the radio test mode is I don't really think it's worth showing to be honest because all it is the do do do, and then it just plays a bunch of static. But yeah. Anyways, we move on to the last but not least, the the first alert WX150. This radio came in open box condition. Manuals are in the manual box right over here. But this radio I actually got a new box right here. I actually managed to capture a TOR on this radio, though I can't really find it in the radio memory. But to Siren test this radio, just press and hold the menu button, and then you go, yeah, I wanted it in that mode, and then you just scroll up to Siren test and block the speaker. Sorry guys, someone was at the bathroom, but just go ahead and block the speaker here, and fudge, hold on, and you press the next button. But yeah, next button, that's all you do. But yeah, anyways, that is all of my weather radios, from over here to over here to over here. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. SBC Orlando 2012, signing out.